We'll talk about missing last week.
Last week,
Should we talk about our just sort of general attitude towards the pod at the moment?
look, we've been getting re-entering the grind has been tough.
It's been turbulent.
It's re-entering the rat race has taken effect upon the podcast, meaning we did not place an episode last week, or we did not do one.
No.
Look, don't blame it on us. Blame it on inflation. That's all I'll tell you, mate. Blame it on this cost of living crisis, because you might be surprised to know this podcast, it has not brought in any income yet. So, we do have to work. And last week, we did have to both work on the Monday.
Being, sort of the head of tech and producer of this podcast, I take no responsibility for not producing this podcast.
No.
I put it down as well to the cost of living crisis.
I'll blame someone else.
And much like an asteroid re-entering the atmosphere has been you and I re-entering the rat race.
Yes. Hot.
Yeah, coming in hot.
And sending shockwaves across the world.
Yeah, and potentially catching a light while doing so. So it's been, look, like I said, it's been turbulent, but
we're committed to making it great again.
Yeah, we are committed to making it great again. And you might say, hey, do you feel the need to just go completely silent on all social media when you don't upload? And to that I say, probably.
Yeah, well, that is actually my department. But the department had a week off. We just had some time to reevaluate strategy. We're coming back bigger and better. We are 8 episodes away from the big 100.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe on that episode we could do like 10 mini episodes with every guest that's been on.
That would be kind of good. Let's not spitball here, because we don't want to make promises we can't keep.
We would never do that.
We would never fucking do that. But look, segments lacking, more segments to come. We're going to have another dribble ep today. Our favourite. Look.
What's our forte?
It's our forte. Segments to come back. We're getting back into gear. We're coming back strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Cody said, it feels like the last 25 episodes have just been on a treadmill. I would probably agree.
Yeah.
But not in a bad way, just in that it feels like we've been on episode 90 for 10 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Technically.
Honestly, like the toll of sort of just winter.
Well,
you went to Europe.
It's bloody balmy out there, mate.
Yeah, it's a great day today.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, winter in quotations.
Yeah.
But it's getting warmer. I'd say the spirits are generally on the rise from all parties. I'm excited.
Bigger things to come.
Yeah. All I'm saying, look, our point is
to conclude.
To conclude, this is merely a trough, and life is peaks and troughs, mate.
Yeah, too right, mate.
Peaks and troughs.
Too right, mate. Every dog has his day, and when this dog has his day, we're going to run amok. That's what we're going to do.
Woof.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Barflies podcast, episode 92 today, joined always by my good friend and comrade, Alexander Russell. How are you today, mate?
I'm actually feeling enthusiastic, full of life, ready to rock and roll. Has been a great week, great couple of weeks. The initial week of coming back, not great, but after that, I've been having a good time, just getting busy. I have some news though that I found out this week.
Do I know this?
No, it's work related.
Okay.
Next Wednesday, I'm working an event, and one of the spokespeople at said event is none other than ex-Australian cricket captain Ricky Punter. And I'm team leading the event.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
How fucked is that? I'm so excited. How fucking crazy is that?
You're literally going to be like that video of the barista kid when James Milner he comes into the...
Mate, I'm going to be... I don't know what I'm going to do.
What's like the cricket equivalent of like running shape? Do you reckon?
Like if I start like shadow batting or something in front of him. But I'm like also, fuck, am I going to be the guy who starts shadow batting in front of Ricky Ponting? If I get really nervous, that's when I'll just start. I'll be Yeah, mate. Nice. I start saying, one brings two, lads. Just start saying, yeah, I don't know. I've definitely been thinking about it every time, a thought in my head concludes and there's a period of static. What feels it is, you're going to meet Ricky Ponting.
Do you sort of fantasize about some, I don't know,
No.
special moment where you guys sort of, do you dap up and it silences the room?
I
sort
think
of thing, or?
like maybe at the end of the event he goes, that was fantastic. What's your name? And he comes and shakes my hand. And then he goes, that was so good. I want you to be my personal assistant. And you'll work for me.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Kind of like you'll run my life. Or you'll travel with me around the world. IPL coaching.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
You just be like a sort of like a personal caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And just me and Punter.
Yeah, nice. You and Punter and Zander tackling the world.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty simple.
That will be pretty. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, updates to come, but most scenarios have just involved vigorous amounts of panic, and me not playing it that cool. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh, that's great. What's the event?
Oh, it's something to do with his wine and that career. I don't really know. I'll find out. I've not read.
Do you reckon you could potentially, similar to the Hello Sport Ricky Ponting collab, you could potentially, plant some seeds for a
surprise episode?
I don't want to use the word underperforming, but, a turbulent podcast.
Just say, kickstarting podcast.
Startup. Use the word
it's a
startup.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, getting him on there would definitely get some views, but, also similar to shadow batting, the nerve to ask that is just fucking next level. Can you actually imagine asking him that? That would be so awkward.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's like something you would see in like a TV, like a comedy sketch. Like, I'm just...
That would honestly make all parties pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, and that thought has come into my head that I panic and I've said that. So don't worry, man. I've covered it. I've fucking covered it already. So, look, I'm excited, but I'm nervous, if you can't tell. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Is he sort of like the, for you personally, is that sort of as high as you can get in terms of cricket idol?
Warney would have been pretty good, but obviously
course.
that's
probably,
unfortunately not going to happen. I'm just thinking who else I like. Yeah, that's
like Kate asked me the other day, would I be
special.
starstruck if any of the Tigers players came into work? And I was like, well, respectfully, they're not that good at rugby league, so...
Oh, John Bateman, you would. Appy Coruscant, you'd be starstruck.
Yeah, but I said
Dewey,
probably more
Brooks.
someone like a rep player.
Yeah.
I'd be more starstruck by a Harry Grant or a
Yeah, true.
Munster.
I've met Harry Grant at the Stain.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Was that after Manly played?
Yeah.
Melbourne played,
Yeah. Yep.
Good stuff.
I've missed both times. Apparently, every time the Cowboys play, they always go to the Stain, like the whole team.
That's good from the lads.
Yeah, it is. And then one time, apparently, a couple of my friends ended up hanging out with them for the night.
Mm.
And I was rattled. Of course, every time the Cowboys have come back, I've not been there. And it rattles me.
And they're like your favourite team almost.
Yeah, after the Dragons, they're my second favourite team. So I get... Like I was telling Nathan the other day, I watch probably more Cowboys games than Dragons games.
Yeah, well, naturally.
Even when they were kind of bad.
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Still like
Just talking about Kyle Felton,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, you're telling me if you weren't a first grade player, you go up to North Queensland for a game against the Cowboys. You guys get up, and you and the boys aren't going out in the town that night. You're on holiday, mate.
Pretty much. You're in the big smoke.
Especially the Cowboys down in Manly. Like,
Yeah.
that's a holiday, mate.
Yeah. And like from all reports saying Val Holmes getting plenty of attention down at the Stain.
From straight white heterosexual men or women.
The lot, mate. The lot. Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone
okay.
with a pulse.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, that's kind of where I'm at right now. How are you? I've just talked about myself for 10 minutes. How are you?
That's not like you, mate.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm on the up as well. Obviously, mentioned last week that I've been a bit flat lately.
In a
but
rut?
Yeah, a bit of a trough, mate. But we're on the up. I'm also feeling particularly enthusiastic today. I got work in 2 hours, so
Scared.
we need to.
Yeah.
We need to get our hustle on. But
Yeah.
mate, I'm good. Nothing crazy to report. It feels like life's kind of a bit still at the moment. I don't know, with everyone away on holidays, it's like almost summer.
Is that like a bit of a FOMO thing, a little bit, in a way?
Well, I mean, I guess kind of, but it just like there's just no one around. Like there's
Yeah.
no one around. All the people like I guess I probably hang out with D'Lo the most out of everyone, and he's not
Day
here.
boys.
And he's
They're
with
missing your day boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the 3 people I probably see the most are not here. So it's just been a bit. It's been a bit weird, and like there's not much going on the weekends or anything. I don't know. I just feel like I'm kind of hanging out for summer. I'm like my body and my mind and my spirit are ready for it to be warm again.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm just feeling a bit. Just I'm waiting. I'm waiting around to rip in.
Yep.
Daylight
well, you
savings.
don't have the beach.
Yeah.
You don't have the beach out here. I think that. Yeah.
I went to the beach Friday.
Nice.
It's not that cold.
Nah.
The water.
No, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Where'd you go?
Maroubra.
How is it? What's Maroubra? I've actually never been to Maroubra.
South
Beach.
Maroubra is really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Yeah. On one side's like a big. On the south end is like a big. I think it's like a shooting range.
Right.
I want to say, but it kind of feels like you're on the south coast because it's just grass and there's no city or.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's cool.
Alright,
I think you'd like it. It's definitely where we usually go.
Yeah. Okay.
The city folk venture out to.
Yeah. Righto.
But yeah, the boys are back in. It's gone quick.
Yeah, it has.
I was thinking about it last week. I was like, oh, I kind of thought they'd only been gone for like 2 weeks, and it's been over 4. So
Yep. Well, I got back. We kind of went like to and fro.
Yeah.
I guess.
yeah. The only thing I've got FOMO about is the festival they're all at right now.
Yeah, that looks phenomenal.
Deck Selectors.
Yes, that looks.
I was saying this the whole time. Like
Is Jack there?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Righto.
So I'd come to terms.
Wait, sorry to interrupt you
no,
one more
it's
time.
fine.
Have they linked up with Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, so they've all okay. Because I'm saying it'd be funny. Blav and Jack probably never met each other, but they've both been on this podcast.
Yeah.
Just a weird connection.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Blav's a bit of a like enigma to my beaches mates. Like they know him, but they don't know him.
Yeah.
Like they would hear me talk about him all the time, but
Yeah.
not know who he is.
True.
Yeah.
Sorry for
That's
interrupting you.
that's all right. What was I talking about?
You're talking
Deck
about
Selectors.
the festival.
Yeah. Well, Kane, Eage, Jack, myself, and Matt have a group chat. And for some reason, Jack, Kane, and Eage have decided that group chat is the one they're going to use to sort of, navigate their whereabouts at this festival in Croatia.
Yeah.
And me and Matt are kind of on the wrong end of these messages, being like, "Can you guys take this elsewhere?
Because we're getting
This is hard enough."
Yeah, this is getting we're getting jealous.
And I was like, I hadn't heard probably from the 4 boys or 5 boys that are together, Angus, Dilo, whatever. We'd seen a cumulative 4 Snapchat stories or 4 Instagram stories across the month. Like I have no idea what they're up to.
Right.
I have no idea what my roommates are up to. The only message I've got from Kane is, "Can you send me money for the internet? Can you send me the water bill?" So
Must be having a good time.
yeah. I'm keen to hear how it's been going. But since they've all like come together, it's almost like 5 different traveling parties have united here, and it's making me a little bit sad. And you know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm great.
I'm sweet about it. I'm not
I'm great.
wanting to be there in
Yeah.
any.
Sometimes I'll like black out while I'm doing the dishes and just like think like, what are they doing in this exact moment?
And all you can hear is in your mind.
Yeah.
And you're just like getting visions of like raves in the back of your mind.
Yeah. I'm like doing the dishes and I'm just, mate, I'm not there,
Yeah. Mate, that's a shame.
That's all right.
That's a shame.
It's all right.
But they'll be back in a couple of weeks, and the big lift is on. Finals footy's on the horizon, so get that up, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, what a long season.
I know, it felt like it's gone forever.
27 rounds is too long.
I'm over it.
It's too long. It should have finished 4 weeks ago.
I'm over it.
It should be grand final week this week.
I'm over it.
You're over it?
Yeah, I'm done.
Well, we can
I'm
circle
footied
back.
out.
We can circle back to
I'm
that.
footied out.
I went to the footy on Saturday.
Who'd you go and see?
Tigers Roosters.
How was that?
It was good. Allianz is a great,
I
phenomenal
still
stadium.
haven't been to Allianz.
It's great. Like everywhere you sit, you can just see.
Okay, I've got to go. I'm.
I reckon if there's a finals game there, we should all go.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, not to get into the back page, but the Roosters Rabbitohs game this week is going to be fucking awesome.
I wish Latrell was playing, and Manu might not even play.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
But regardless,
a lot riding on it.
But it'll be bloody great nonetheless. Looking forward to that. Is that what we've been doing?
I
just
literally
been
haven't
chilling.
been doing much. I've been at
Neither.
TAFE and like I don't know, doing laundry. Do you know what I mean?
Scared.
Yeah.
It's that kind of time. Like you said, summer is but on the horizon.
Yeah, it's like the calm before the storm, I feel like, you know?
Most definitely.
Are you coming to Strawberry Fields?
If I can afford it, I will.
I wonder if you're going to apply for a low income ticket. Maybe not because you're not
Mate.
paying rent.
Eric, what's his name? Eric Prides. He's like this DJ and he has the hologram show.
Sure.
He's going to Melbourne in December, and I kind of want to go I kind of want to go to that
Yeah.
in a weekend in Melbourne. Go
Nice.
do that because I reckon that'll be epic. It's like a really big. He's quite big. He's got a lot of songs that you would know. A couple classic bangers.
Yeah.
But he's kind of his whole thing. It's called the Halo Show,
Okay.
and it's like this light show above him DJing. It's like 3D, kind of not animations, but projections are sent out across the crowd, and they
Right.
look very lifelike.
Yeah.
It looks fucking epic.
Yeah, sick.
But that festival that you're discussing, I'm also very keen to go to.
Yeah, it looks really fun. Me and Kane have been talking about Strawberry Fields for years. I don't think he's going to go, but there's a crew of us going. I
Yeah,
think.
I've been definitely tossing it up. If I can afford to go, I will.
I got a little low income ticket.
Fucking oath. How do
Yeah.
you snag one of those bad boys?
Well, you just apply for it, but they make it hard. Like you have to go, dude, I had to go to the post office and get my ID approved. You have to get your ID verified.
How far away is the post office?
Oh, it's only down the road, but it's more the act that you have to go and do it. Like, isn't that interesting? You have to go down and someone looks at your ID and goes, "Yep, this is real," and then they stamp
Is it what's it called? There's a name for people like that. You can do it at the police station as well.
Yeah,
And things like that. There's a name for them.
like an auditor.
Yeah, kind of. Then this is gonna piss me off anyway. But I had to do that as well one time for like when I was changing unis. They double checked. I had to go to the police station and they double checked that my ID was right.
Yeah.
And I went there and I was like, I just need a stamp to say this is me. And then the female officer was like, what do you want?
Yeah, right.
And I was like, I just need this stamped. And she's like, oh, bye.
Yeah,
And I
right.
was like,
Weird.
okay. What's the attitude, mate?
Yeah, right.
I'm sure this is probably. Aren't you stoked? I'm asking you to stamp something, not that someone's been fucking murdered.
Maybe
My God.
that was the previous call.
Look, I don't know. I'm not having a go, but I was just kind of like, all right, no worries. It was a weird interaction. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, mate. Well, you know.
Yeah. And I was also thinking, if I walk out the police station, what if I see someone I know and they're like, what's he doing in there? Why is he? And I was holding papers as well.
Yeah, right.
So it would have looked like I've been
Been up to some.
booked or been up to some mischief.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
A naughty boy.
Yeah. But, I'll tell you something that I did during the week.
Yeah.
That was it made me feel like a dickhead.
Okay.
So obviously doing the care work and
Disability care.
doing the disability care and the person I look after loves basketball. So at the one of the care centers, we go up there and play basketball with other people with varying disabilities and some of the carers. And there's probably like 3 carers and I don't know, probably 5 or 6 people with like disabilities. Anyway, we're playing basketball and it's a very chill game. Like everyone's having fun, like blah, blah, blah. Like it's very like, it's just fun. Everyone's talking a bit of trash and like whatever.
Yeah.
And to be noted as well, the hoops are quite small in this game. Like they're quite
Low?
low. They're
Yeah.
lower than lower than the average one. And we were playing and it was we were about to leave and it was kind of like getting to the end of the game and everyone was just cruising and someone passed me the ball. Like one of the kids passed me the ball and I was just standing kind of near the hoop and there was no one around me. And I just did dribble, massive dunk. I land and I turn around and then I just like by chance make eye contact with like the kid in the wheelchair. He's on the halfway and I just thought, oh my God, what have I done? You fucking asshole. I was just
Is that
like,
a little insensitive?
yeah, I was just like, oh, why did I do that? I was like, in the moment, I just didn't think. And I was just like, and I was like, this is like me almost like, I don't know. I just felt really bad about it afterwards. And I've just been thinking about it every day since then. And although it's kind of funny, I'm also like, you're the biggest cringe bloke of all time. Like, why did you do that?
Well, sometimes it just comes out, mate. You know?
Yeah.
The spirit of Kobe just takes over.
Yeah, I was just head noise. But just fuck it. Everyone must have been like, what an asshole. Like afterwards.
Did anyone was it silent? Did anyone
No,
say
everyone
anything?
just kind of like laughed, and then they just like come to those like, oh, you can't do that, and then like they kind of like, oh, you can't do that, and then one of the guys like, because part of the rule of the game was everyone had to hold the ball, like touch the ball before you could score,
Right.
and someone just threw it straight to me, so obviously, and then it didn't even count in the end.
Yeah.
But everyone's kind of like, whoa, or kind of like, hey, you can't do that. I was just thinking. It didn't hit me. It hit me in the moment when I looked at the kid, but then when I went home and I thought about it, I was like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
what have you done?"
Do you reckon that'll like stay with you for a few years?
Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah,
I've been like, dude, because I'm spending so much time alone
Mm.
in my house. My brain sort of gets to points where it just decides to bring up stuff from years ago that I haven't thought about in a while because I've been occupied with other things.
Yes.
But it's almost like the silence is
deafening. Yes, I know what you mean. Well, because at Dad's, I live alone. Obviously, so like I've been there since what, November, and apart from a month where Joseph and Christoph stayed, and probably a collective month that Dad's been there. Oh, maybe not even a month that he's stayed there. So what's that?
You've been there since November.
Yeah, so that's almost, is that 10 months?
Yeah.
No, to 9 months. So 7 of those I'm by myself.
Yeah.
So, you definitely you get used to it.
Yeah.
You get used to being alone.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's
But at the start, you're a bit like, oh, head noise.
yeah.
Like, yeah, sweet, welcome.
It's a bit weird.
Like, you're like, shoes off, you know the drill.
yeah.
10 biscuits inside,
Yeah.
make yourself at home.
Yeah, exactly right. You know the bathroom.
Yeah, and then afterwards, after a couple of weeks, you're like, actually, this is quite relaxing.
Yeah.
And you kind of, it's like becomes a bit of like a utopia. Or what is Superman's thing where he has, oh fuck, I forgot what it's
I haven't
called.
seen
Ruin the
Superman,
flow.
sorry.
Ruin the flow. Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
Fortress of Solitude, you know?
Sure.
You feel very zen just being solo.
Right.
Yeah. I quite like it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you could, if you don't want to do a dish right now, you don't have to.
No.
Until it's been 4 days and you have a bunch of dishes sitting there and you go, well, I better do this.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
Do you know what I mean?
No one can tell you when to go to bed. Also great. All that kind of stuff. You can lounge around in whatever attire you feel is most correct for that time.
Yep. Most
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's certain freedoms that you just don't get when there's other people around. You know, I enjoy it great. I actually really have enjoyed my time.
I haven't closed the bathroom door in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And there's a camera almost pointing directly into your bathroom as well. See the footage, I don't care. Yeah.
What of it, mate?
Yeah, they just leave it wide open. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it, but it does take a little bit of getting used to. And you also talk to yourself at times. I don't know if I do that anyway.
I've honestly started to do it a bit more just to like sort of process my thoughts a little bit. You
Yeah,
know?
definitely. Yeah, it is nice moving at your own speed. But, you know, when the boys are back, I'm sure you'll be frothing to see them.
Yeah. It's a bit weird. I was talking to someone at work about this the other day. This might shock you, but I'm an extroverted person.
Wow. Wow.
So like naturally extroverted people get their energy from other people. So I feel like I've been, at least as of late, I sort of used up all my energy because like even when you're tired as an extrovert, you're like, oh yeah, I'll go out. And then you'll get energy from, but you're running off energy that you don't really have, you know? And then you just come home and you get even more tired. But it's been weird like being alone. Like sometimes I feel like I'm not getting that energy that I would get from my roommates.
No. Yes,
So
okay,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
feeling
I know
a
what you
bit
mean.
more
mellow.
I yeah.
I would agree.
It's probably, you know what? It's probably good for you.
Oh, it's been good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
It's probably been good for me as well, actually, to be honest.
yeah, because you're not as like razzled up all the time.
No,
You know?
it's nice and chill.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, okay, a bit more collective thoughts, not just like boom, boom, boom. Let's, kind of go here, do this, no.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm sweet.
Yeah, for sure. I'm, yeah, I don't know how I'm just a bit, like, it's such a strange circumstance to be in for me. I'm just feeling a bit, I don't know.
Well, you've got Kate, so
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
That's
and
true.
her fabulous baking.
Yeah.
She is everything I've made. So Cody's girlfriend Kate, well, he'd be able to tell you better than me, but she is everything I've tried that she's made, and I find it funny. It's an opposite attract thing because Cody notoriously not a food guy.
Yeah.
Kate loves like food,
Yeah.
and look, she's made some cracking stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
come
great.
here and hope that she's made something that you don't want, not that you don't want, but you're like, do you want to try?
Yeah.
'Cause
I have a surplus of.
And the other night when we watched the Socceroos game, or the Matildas game, sorry.
Yeah.
We watched the Matildas at the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she was like, do you want, and I had the salady thing, and
Yeah.
we did the trade. I was like, respect.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, she gets it.
What did she trade you for?
Pita bread for some of my food.
Oh, some of your veggies.
Yeah, it was like we made a good, it was just like, I was like,
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Respect.
Kate's a wheeler and dealer of food. No doubt.
Yeah, I was down. I was down.
I'm very lucky.
Yeah. And like I was saying, because I really like dessert stuff,
Yeah.
and it seems dessert is her forte.
Yep.
But I was saying you're very lucky because I would like someone who's a dessert person.
Yeah.
That'd be like a good thing. Like enjoys a bit of a sweet treat, if
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah.
Because you do like a bit of a sweet treat, though.
I do like a sweet treat for sure. I just like I almost like forget to eat them,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Mm.
Like I have dinner, I don't think about dessert. But if someone else says, "Do you want dessert?" I'll say yes.
Oh mate,
Do you know what I'm saying?
chalky post dinner is always it's a given.
Yeah.
It's given. There's one staple in my fridge, and it's always a chalky. It's always a bit of chalky.
Chocolate in the fridge.
Freezer usually. Yeah, I'm a bit of a freak. I like it in the freezer.
That doesn't shock me.
Yeah.
You had sour worms in the freezer?
No, but I can imagine that would be.
Have you not had that?
Fucking unreal.
Didn't you come over with us one day and we were eating them?
No.
Come over to do the pod?
No.
I think EJ started it.
I've been speaking of lollies, gummy bears recently. Can't get away from them.
Which ones?
I will just clean up a packet.
Which one?
Haribo?
Oh, yeah, those ones.
Yeah. I was in class the other day at uni. I would have looked like the biggest freak. I was just sitting in class, just munching, just mowing through a packet of Haribo gummy bears in the corner.
Oh, good boy.
Just going, and like people looking at me, what the fuck is going on?
It was probably out of spite, mate. They probably just wanted some of your gummy bears.
Yeah, I did offer them to one bloke. He's like, I see you. And I was like, do you want some? And he took
Took a couple.
yeah. But it's good.
It's like a peace offering, mate.
Yeah, it's like a peace offering. Yeah. No, uni's just hectic.
How's it going? What do you got? Like a year left still?
I got a year left in the final year. Like making groups. It's the first 3 weeks where you kind of make groups, and it's kind of a scenario where it's like, okay,
Like make friend groups or make groups for your assignments?
groups for your assignment, which is also in turn your friend group for the semester.
Yeah, right.
And I haven't made like a proper uni friend, if you will, yet. I've made one. And we were gonna go get a coffee last week, but I couldn't make it.
Right.
But we're gonna go this week.
Okay.
However, it's just that first week, those first 3 weeks, because you have the icebreaker, and then you kind of have icebreakers again, because some teachers will get you to walk around and don't sit at the same table you're at last week. Everyone has to move around.
And it's like,
make
I
a name
want to sit
tag.
there.
Yeah, these are the people I already met, and I was, of course, I got there late to every single class, so
Yeah.
it was kind of like, all right. And then if you walk in late, it becomes much more apparent. Everyone is looking at you where you're sitting, because you're like, and you don't want to sit, and you have like a choice of tables, and you're kind of looking at everyone going, okay, within 2 seconds of walking into this room, I have to analyze who's who.
You have to make a split-second decision based on appearance.
Like that. And it's usually, most of the time, guys go sit at table with guys, girls go sit at table with girls. And then sometimes you'll sit there and you realise, I've made a mistake. I shouldn't have sat here. I've got one more week to figure out who's the right table. So you kind of actually use that shoot to figure out which table you want to sit at next week. That's what I've been doing. Pretty reasonably happy with what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, it's someone in one of the groups told me, didn't tell me as much as everyone was going, where you from? or like, where do you live in Sydney? Blah, blah. Usual uni chat. Usually, like, it goes, what's your name? What uni degree are you studying? Yeah. How many classes have you got today? Where in Sydney are you from? That's pretty much like the standard 4 questions you'll get from people sitting at your table.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, I know everything about you now.
Yeah.
And then from there, topics can be silence, it can remain small talk, or it can escalate. It escalated greatly in one class where people started talking about fucking getting on the gear.
Oh, you're nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Met these people, and that was the first thing they brought up.
Yeah.
I was like, interesting.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, it's just that's kind of the process of it. So, look, groups are made, finalised, locked in. I've done no uni work as well. I've been a bit lazy.
Yeah, look, I'm pretty behind on my TAFE work as well. I submitted one of the more nimble attempts at an assignment you'll see last night.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I put a lot of effort into it. I just was a bit, I don't know. Dude, graphic design's a bit of a weird one. It's like the longer you look at your work, the more you hate it, sort of thing. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a bit the same, bit all over the place. My friend group's a bit, we have the same class for like a year and a half, pretty much. Or like I've stayed with my immediate friends from my previous semester, which has been good. So
that is good.
I've got a little setup. You know, it is what it is. It's maybe like 5 of us. It's weird. You like, I don't know. I don't want to come across wrong or like mean for saying this, but sometimes you just like the people in your class are a bit weird.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like outside of my friends, my class is pretty weird.
Yeah.
There's this one guy in my class called Michael, and he's probably mid to late 30s.
Yeah.
And he was not in my class previously. And I knew who he was because he just like attracted a group of people. Like he's just almost like this, like just comes across like the biggest legend, right? And this term, he's in my class. I've never sat next to him or spoken to him directly, but he just sort of gives off a good energy.
He's charismatic.
He's charismatic.
Yeah, he's charismatic.
And he's also like the mature age student.
Right. Okay.
So it's a bit of an interesting dynamic.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
He's like the most popular in our class, and he's also the mature age.
He's
student.
also 10 years senior to everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, the other day I was walking down the hall, and he just walked past me, finger gunned me. G'day, Cody.
He's like the Fonz.
Yeah, dude.
Hey.
He was like, g'day, Cody. I was like, oh, hey, mate. But that was it. I was like, what?
Maybe he's looking at you as like, well, Cody's a really cool guy in the other class. I've not.
No, we're in the same class.
Oh, you're in the same class.
We're in the same
that's why you
class
said
now.
that. So now you need to collab on a project together, and everyone will be like, oh my god, they're working together.
I don't have the same rep that Michael does. I don't think I ever will.
Do you want that rep?
I don't know.
Do you want to be him?
Not really.
Heavy is the crown, mate. Heavy is the crown. Are you prepared to be number one?
I would like to get to number one based on my work. I would like my dream is like someone to like pick up my assignment and to like get passed around the class. Everyone just go, oh, this is sick. Who did that?
Must be Michael's.
And then he'll go, I think you'll find.
I think you're fine. That's Cody's.
That's Cody's.
And then he'll take it off the crown.
And I'll be like in the corner, like just mysteriously looking off into the distance.
Well, yeah, no, and even better, your headphones will be in and you'll already be drawing something else. Everyone's like, fuck, what a wet.
Yeah.
What a wet.
Dude, he just doesn't stop, this guy.
This guy's a grind, man. Look at this. He's got that dog in him. Yeah. I actually just remembered what the end of my other story was,
Yeah, sure.
by the way.
Yeah, go for it.
I just remembered. I just literally just snapped back. I realized I got to the end of telling that whole uni yarn, and I forgot what the end thing was.
The moral was.
Yeah.
We tend to do that.
Yeah. It was that this guy who's from Western Sydney, he was like, where are you from? I went, Northern Beaches. He went, oh, thought so. Okay. Fuck, mate. That was a shot.
Shit.
Oh. Right. Okay.
But like, what does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I think maybe he didn't. I think maybe his personality is he's a bit straight edged. He's a bit of a straighty 180, I think.
Okay.
But I don't think I don't know if he meant it to be mean or whatever. But I was like, righto.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Was that the end of the conversation?
For the next 5 minutes? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think between him, but I of course went, yep. Sure am, and then I kind of spun out of it and started chatting to someone else.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of. It was a bit of a shot. It felt like a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But. That's what it is.
Do you know what? I feel like when you, and I found this just, especially with people at work, they think the North Shore and the Northern Beaches is the same thing.
No, we're different.
I have to tell them that. Because one of my co-workers who I've worked with for a year and a half the other day came up to me and I don't know what we were talking about. But he's like, "Oh, well, you're from the North Shore." I was like, "I'm not from the North Shore."
Whoa.
And he's like, "Yeah, you are." I was like, "No, I'm from the Northern Beaches." And he's like, "Oh, same thing." And I was like, "You think the Northern Beach and the North Shore are the same thing, mate?"
That's like saying Southwest Sydney and the Inner West are the same.
Yeah,
Just it's wrong. It's wrong.
it is.
It's wrong. You don't say that.
You don't say that.
You don't say that. Yeah, we're very different. But I wonder, is that like a bad thing to be from the Northern Beaches?
It's
do
honest.
I, do I give off arsehole vibes?
I don't think you do give off that. Like, I couldn't really pick where you were from if I didn't know you.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could be from Randwick. I wouldn't know. I'd be none the
I didn't
wiser.
know if being from the Northern Beaches means you're very handsome, charismatic, intelligent, etc. Being like a fucking legend all the time. Is that what that means? Do you reckon that's what he meant when he said that?
Probably.
I think that's how I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to take it.
Well, I think for your own good, that's how you
Yeah,
should.
I'm not going to dwell on it for too long because then we'll just...
You'll spiral.
I will fucking spiral.
Yeah. I don't like. I've been told both, like that I look like I'm from the Northern Beaches, and that I'm subsequently look like I'm from the Inner West.
Yeah, but you do look like you're from the Inner West, though.
I guess so, but then the people from the Inner West think I look like I'm from the Northern Beaches. So I don't know how that works. Maybe I'm like a bit of a runt, just like
You're an enigma.
yeah, I'm in the middle,
Yeah,
like
you're
a
an enigma.
filthy half blood, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably. That's right, mate.
Should we do a love and hate?
Let's go. Let's stop dribbling. We've been fucking dribbling.
What minute are we on?
38.
Okay.
We have fucking been yarning. We have been yarning.
Well, we came in with no real direction and enthusiasm,
Well-
mate. So if that's a crime, lock me up. You know?
Is it a crime to fucking come in with a good mindset and good energy and good fucking vibes? Want to have a good fucking chat with a good mate, eh?
Should we get a swear count up for you this
Yeah.
episode?
Sorry, I've been bad. I've been like swearing like an absolute sailor on this fucking podcast. Apologies, Mum. I know you're listening. Okay, love and hate this week. We've arrived. Who goes first? I'll go first. I've got a bit of a lame one, but I bloody love it. Put onto this, back onto said game by the great Teddy Deekman. Stick cricket.
Yeah.
Bloody love it.
Which one? I remember the robot one being fun back in the day.
It's called Super League, and you kind of go. It's like divisions, and you go up and down. It's awesome. It's
Great.
fantastic. Absolutely great. Now I don't have a car. I need something to do on the train and the bus. And instead of like educating myself or reading, I've been playing stick cricket. So it's fantastic. Also, another shout just to any gaming app on your phone that you just fall in love with. Obviously, people who are part of the Candy Crush contingent or Clash of Clans lovers will be knowing what I'm talking about. But even there's this one called an Akintor or something, and it is this game where you think of a movie or TV character, or even a real life, just a character, like a real person, and it guesses it within a certain amount of guesses. Like maybe it's usually about 20. I think it's 20 guesses and then it gives up, or it tells you who you've got. But sometimes you'll think of someone, you think of something a bit left field to try to not for it to win.
Try and throw it.
Yeah. And you'll be like, well, I've got him. There's no way he's getting it. And then it will just go, does your character have? And it'll be super specific to what it's going to go, oh, no way, he's figured it out.
So it's almost like the other way. Like, instead of you guessing the game's one, the game's guessing your one.
Yes, yeah.
Interesting.
And you actually, when it figures it out, you're like, no way. I'll outwardly go, no, he's done it again.
You just on the back of the B1.
Yeah, I'm like, no way. He's done it.
What's it called?
I'll show you after. I can't really say it. It's like a Kintor or something. Anyway, it's fucking awesome.
Okay.
I've been loving it.
Well, my relationship with 8 Ball Pool was pretty publicly documented on this podcast.
You're a big 8 Ball pool guy.
I've chilled out on 8 Ball.
Yeah.
There's actually so at work we have like a bar down the back, and you work down there by yourself. Sometimes it gets quiet. It's like the dining area.
Yeah.
And you get a bit of time to yourself down there sometimes. And someone had made some sort of list in the bar, a ranking list of the staff members for something. I can't remember what it was. So I took it upon myself to make a pool player tier list,
Right.
which was basically just a way for me to A, put myself at the top of the list,
Respect. I would do the same.
and then B, take the piss out of everyone's, not only their pool ability, but their personality,
Yeah.
you know? And recently at work, someone's made a revised tier list, and it's like each person's got like an essay under their ranking, and I got put at 4th.
For what?
Pool playing ability. It's a pool tier list.
Oh.
I got put at 4th. I'm pretty confident I'm the second best pool player at work.
Who's best? The boss?
Yeah, the boss.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's why he's the boss.
look, we've got my boss is moving to the UK in a week and a half. So you know what that means? That means spot number 1's opening.
Vacant.
Vacant. And we're having a big staffies in a week or so. And
Let's go, dude.
look, let me just say this is a storm coming.
It's brewing.
There's a storm coming.
Are you gonna absolutely churn through some 8-ball pool in preparation, or what are you gonna do? Are you
I'm-
gonna play normal pool at a normal table?
I'm going to play normal pool at a normal table,
Okay.
but I'm out for blood. I'm going to
Okay.
churn through.
Dude, you're not even
everyone.
gonna drink. You're just gonna
No.
rip.
I'm going to be like, you know, those guys at poker tournaments that just go in with headphones and sunnies?
Yeah.
That's going to be me.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. I'm keen to see this.
Yeah.
I'm keen for the report back after whatever damage has been done.
Yep.
Either to your professional relationship or personal relationship with your co-workers. I feel like it could get intense.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. I'm on the edge of my seat. Should we go into hate? Yeah, let's get onto it. Okay, so hate. I have decided for hate. I'm not really hating much this week, but I could do some hate. What I did hate was culture shock when I was over in Europe, and I forgot. Maybe I didn't discuss it on the pod.
Is that not one of the primary reasons you go overseas? To experience other cultures?
But not these culture shocks.
Okay.
These are the ones I didn't enjoy. Over in Europe.
Okay.
Right?
Unpack.
This is what I didn't like. It's a bit of a list. So first of all, paying for the toilet was horrible. Okay? That was not something I
Paying
enjoyed.
for the toilet?
Yeah, going to the toilet, like someone's standing there like, oh, I have to clean it after you. It's like, no, you don't. Assure you, I'm spotless. I'll be clean. I'll be.
So what do you mean? I don't
You
remember.
go into the toilet and you have to pay
Where?
them like 50 pence or whatever it is. And just in Europe, just everywhere.
like restaurants.
Yeah, no, yeah, restaurants, Macca's, whatever. Like at sightseeing places.
Is someone standing the door?
Standing at the door.
There's
being
a
like, yeah,
bouncer at the toilet.
pretty much.
There's
And
toilet.
there's like gates, and there's like gates you have
There's
to go
toilet
through.
bouncers.
Yeah, there's toilet bouncers, and in nightclubs there's toilet bouncers as well. But they're not there to like check on if people are doing bad stuff in there. They're just there to take your money so you can go and do whatever. It's such a G up.
I don't remember that from when
Well,
I
guess
was
what,
there.
mate? It was there when I was there, and I bloody hated it.
Every toilet.
Most toilets, I would say 70%.
Wow.
You had to pay.
Like just cash in hand?
Unless you were, like a coin.
What if you didn't have any money?
Just say. But then they're like, oh, like I don't know. It's just bullshit.
Right.
It rattled me.
Yeah, naturally.
It rattled me. No tap/free water at restaurants, cafes, etc. They if you don't, they make you pay for bottled water and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't like it. Give me tap, mate. I asked this lady and she was like, we don't do that ever. So I had to pay it, and it was like, and then they like make you pay €5 for a bottle of water. Stitch up.
That's ridiculous.
Paying for the beach, I didn't really do much of it, but the idea that people do that is simply, and I hate to say this because I don't hate to sound cringe, but it's very un-Australian to pay for the beach.
Again, please unpack this. What are you talking about?
Well, like people go to the beach and they pay for a chair and they pay to sit on like a private section of the beach. Like, have you not seen?
Oh, I didn't realize you had to pay for those.
Yeah, like there's some bits that are free, but the bits that are free is like where all the kind of rubbish washes up on the beach. So they're like the kind of scat bits.
Right.
But if you want to pay for the slightly nicer parts that are closer to the restaurants and whatnot and have the kind of service, you have to pay. And it's like €20 for the day or like for the hour or a couple hours or whatever.
That's a rort.
Yeah, I know.
Where's that money going?
To whoever owns that bit of the beach. I don't know. I didn't do it, so I'm not gonna stick
And
around
what?
and find out.
Like, who are you paying? Is it like
the restaurant or the cafe or whoever's like running the front of the beach?
right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to get some second opinions on this.
Yeah. Well, it's
No, I'm not saying I don't believe you.
no. I don't.
I'm just saying I haven't heard it. From
Well, they've
anyone.
started. There's that at Manly Beach. There's like a section that they do it at now.
Really?
Yeah, because I think they've realised that Europeans and like people from the UK, their idea of going to the beach is like paying for it when it's. Well, I mean, you have to pay for parking, but like, what's 12
That is
Australian
un-Australian.
dollars? No, it's silly.
It's ridiculous.
I refused. I simply refused.
I
And-
wouldn't either. Yeah, how are you supposed to? You're not gonna pay for the beach while you're traveling. You know?
Silly stuff. Now, in conclusion,
Yeah.
what I hated about Europe is that they love rules and they also love money. in
Okay.
summary. That was kind of like the biggest problem I had.
Sure.
I found it kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's. I don't remember that at all from when I was there.
They fucking, especially Central Europe, Germans particularly, they love their rules.
Okay.
They fucking love them.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry to hear that, mate.
Yeah, that was probably.
Sorry to hear
That-
that your 6 weeks in Europe was so tumultuous.
Yeah, that was probably the worst things that happened, which is Crimea River, please. But look, it is what it is. I'm just saying they were my culture shocks from Europe, my insights. Not that insightful, but my insights nonetheless.
Yeah. Well, it's an insight nonetheless.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do my love now, I guess.
Did you do it?
No, I don't know what I was talking about before. I was tangenting about something.
Yeah. Okay. Neither do I, to be fair.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You jumped to your hate, and I just kind of let it go.
Right. I didn't realize.
That's all right.
I didn't even.
My love this week.
Oh, we're talking about pool. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but how did we get there?
Because we're talking about gaming apps and 8-ball pool.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
My love this week is, and this is very adult of me, but I made a purchase this week.
Talk to me.
I made a purchase this week.
What'd you get?
I bought a new vacuum cleaner.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
I bought
What'd
a
you
new
get? What'd
vacuum
you get?
cleaner.
Talk me through your new,
Well,
new toy, mate.
let me lay the platform for you first, right?
Right, please.
In my upstairs Erskineville terrace, it is laid with a gorgeous dark charcoal carpet. And if any sort of speck, dust, bit of fabric, fluff gets on the floor, my room just feels really dirty and messy. And we have a vacuum cleaner, but it's one of the ones that you pull around and it plugs into the wall with the cord. And it's fine, it works, it does the job. It's not that heavy. But the maintenance of going downstairs, lugging it up the stairs, just to vacuum my floor, which I know is going to be dirty again in 4 days, had become quite a part of my life that I,
Arduous?
yes,
An arduous
it
task.
was an arduous task. Thank you.
Yes.
And I had wanted a stick vacuum cleaner, like the little
Dyson.
like a Dyson,
Yeah.
for a very long time. Obviously, much like my 8-ball pool addiction, my financial situation is pretty publicly documented on this podcast. And I did a bit of research. Turns out, Kmart do a pretty handy version of a Dyson. So went down to Kmart, got myself a new vacuum cleaner.
How you rating it?
It's unreal.
Beautiful.
It's so light.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I just put it in the corner of my room and I need to give it a vacuum, I vacuum it. Can vacuum like every 2 days if I want.
Limitless possibilities.
Yeah. And I can take the top bit off. So it's just like a gun vacuum. I can like vacuum my car and shit.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
My mum has a Dyson, like a proper heavy duty.
Yeah.
Pretty much like the Toyota Land Cruiser of Dysons.
Yeah, nice.
And probably has the same size engine. It revs this thing. You put it on the full suction mode and it's dumping. It's
Yeah.
putting out some serious noise. Anyway, like two hands minimum to operate.
Really?
Yeah, it goes, mate. It's
Okay.
got some serious kicks.
So I've got like the little twink version of yours.
Yeah, you do. You've got the Toyota Yaris,
Yeah.
and my mum's got the fucking big 4B Dyson. Anyway, that thing rips.
Oh yeah.
That thing rips.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you might question the suction power of my Kmart stick vacuum,
Yeah.
but I'll tell you, it doesn't have a big job to do.
No,
It doesn't have
No.
a big job to do.
it's got heart though.
It's got heart, mate. It's all heart.
It's got heart. It's got craft, and that's what matters. Just like you, mate. You got heart and you got craft, and that's what matters.
Well, my mind's in the right place.
Yeah, exactly. Intentions are good, and that's what that is all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My beef this week
Give it to me.
is with, and it's been my beef the whole year.
Mm.
It's been the beef of our entire friend group for the whole year.
And we've talked about it. We tried not to talk about it too much on here, but we have talked about it a fair bit.
This is a closing statement.
And can I add, this is the bane of every girlfriend's existence as well. This, what you're about to talk about.
Yeah. And this is the closing statement for the year
Yes.
on NRL Supercoach.
Yes. Here we go.
Because Zander and I in our respective grand finals this week.
Yep.
My grand final had $500 on the line. Yours had what? 250, 200.
Yeah.
I really needed that $500.
I needed that 250 as well.
Like we're both
In not so great positions.
dangerously close to the poverty line.
Yeah. Well, I'd say we're pretty much there in some regard, but yeah. We're close.
Yeah.
We're pretty. Yeah.
And I lost.
Yeah, so did I.
And Zander lost too.
And I lost because I was asleep because I was working so much this weekend that I missed the ability to change the lineups. I've been betrayed.
Being betrayed by yourself.
Yeah, and the grind.
Look, my point is I feel relieved now that it's over.
Oh.
I look forward to coming back bigger and stronger next year. But for something that matters so little has caused me so much pain for the last 25 weeks.
And so much effort.
Like I put way more time into Supercoach than I have this podcast. You know what I mean?
Likewise. Yeah.
That won't shock anyone.
No, that doesn't shock me and doesn't shock anyone. But look, it's been a grind this year. It's sapped away many an hour, and me and you have had many a conversation, many a strategy meeting, and now it's all over. I'm kind of relieved. I'm relieved it's done.
Well, I'm at
I
peace.
feel like that's just there's like a big part of me now that I don't have to worry about.
I'm at peace.
Yeah.
And look, I think you and I need to flirt with the idea of potentially doing a Barflies draft next year. I think we need to think about it. You know?
I think we need to pay the dues to the people who have won the Barflies competition.
Yeah, we do need to.
We need to pay some dues. We talked about the finals. We let it sit for a week because obviously we were away. We didn't do an episode, but we're back and we're going to see the competition, the Frequent Flyers comp. We'll see who won. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Obviously, been following it very closely.
I've actually been checking it. But I went to the wrong one. Silly me. I have actually been checking this. Some may or may not believe me, but I have. The winner is, and congratulations to this winner. There is no prize this year. We did specify that. So you just get an abundance of respect. And, you can play next year, maybe for some money. We'll see. The winner is George, Dragons 2023, ! Beating Nikita, Chris's team by 46 points.
Oh.
What a final!
Chris messaged me a couple times about the comp, so I know he was ravenous for a win. So he'll be disappointed he didn't get the job done.
Yeah, well, he'll be upset, but you tried hard. And then in the second division, Burt Brigade, which is Alex, which I'm going to take is the good man,
Yep.
Blav. He won in that one. So congratulations to both our winners. Look, the real winner is, I don't know, everyone. Now we don't have to look at Supercoach anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, anytime that Supercoach gets brought up around the girlfriends, there is a collective sigh.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame them for, to be honest. And like even now that the season's over, I've been talking to people who were in the Supercoach comp about Supercoach, and they go, "Oh, I just don't care. I just don't care." Like they don't want to hear it either.
Yeah.
So I think everyone is well and truly
Over it.
Is done.
Yeah.
But just wait till March next year.
Oh,
Just
mate,
wait.
I'll be so.
Just wait till the drums are beating, the flags are waving,
I can't.
and
wait.
it's on.
I can't wait.
Yeah, well, I can't wait, but I'm also like, fuck, I could do with a break. But is what it is.
Okay.
That's our hate. Do you have anything else to add for this episode?
Not really.
No, neither.
We're kind of done here.
I'm kind of done.
Well, I got work soon, so if you want to do a back page, you better get to it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, dribble ep, vibe ep, bit of a classic for us. It's what we do.
So we do best,
It's
mate.
what we do best. Thank you very, very much for listening. If you're still here, hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll be back next week.
Things coming. Look,
Things coming
like we
back
said,
at it. We're gonna get back in the rhythm.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting back in the rhythm, and you know, we're coming up nicely. We're building nicely to episode 100. Absolutely frothing. For
And
that.
your impending arrival in the Inner West will no doubt boost the overall just sort of mood and energy around the podcast once again.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I won't have to travel an hour and a bit to get here.
It'll make your life so much easier.
Yeah. Can't wait. Look, I'm Alexander,
My name's Cody.
and we'll see you.